Turf, brand lawn care pros have trusted for years. HustlerTurf.com. Find a dealer near you, 1,500 of them. All right, Jason McIntyre, last segment, Friday shows. We call it Tomorrow's Headlines Today, where you predict what's going to happen with stunning accuracy.
Yes. Uncanny accuracy.
Uncanny accuracy. And, he's our sports gambling analyst here at Fox Sports 1. So let's go, the former newspaper man. Tomorrow's Headlines Today. What's the headline? Heat Celtics tied 1-1.
So before the playoffs, you remember I came on here and I picked the Heat to win the championship. Joy cheered, you scoffed. The headline will be Celtics front office looks wicked smart. I have flipped a little bit. And you know what we do as gamblers, Colin? When you get more information, you are allowed to make different choices.
Of course.
And as much as I like Miami coming into this series, Colin, no Kyle Lowry. And this Bam Adebayo issue that's starting to percolate.
Yeah, what's going on there?
Listen, Bam Adebayo is a super talented player. He is I think he's going to be, third team All-NBA. He is one of the best rising centers in the league. The guy's got 16 points in 2 games.
I know.
He's being guarded by Jaylen Brown, who's like a 6'7" wing. It's like, Bam, attack. And it's weird because coming out of college, he was like, okay, Kentucky rim runner, dunker. But Miami saw that this guy can be like the fulcrum of your offense. Great passer. He's quick. He's nimble. He's smart. Great IQ. I'm not seeing it in the series. Yeah. And if he doesn't step up, Jimmy Butler gets no help. And this Boston team looks really, really strong.
Boston's got 4 players who are all elite defenders, minimum.
And game 1 was a bit of a fluke, right? No Smart, no Horford, and Miami just went nuts. I think Boston comes back and wins this series.
7 of 8 quarters, Boston's outscored them.
Yes.
Tomorrow's headlines today, Browns currently stuck with Baker Mayfield on the roster. What do you make of that?
Cleveland Browns. Okay, we could do Cleveland Browns. I think Baker could be on the move because obviously they got Deshaun Watson. The headline will be Mayfield hitches ride to Motor City. Detroit Lions, Colin. How does that strike you? Detroit Lions plus Baker Mayfield. I will give you some background here. Number 1, do you remember the guy who drafted Baker Mayfield? A guy by the name of Dorsey. Yeah. He's now in the Lions front office. He's working with them. And if you look at the Lions, there's major optimism right now about this roster. They got a better roster than the Chicago Bears in the division. This is a Lions team on the uptick. Jared Goff, they can get out of his deal after the season. If you're Detroit and you feel like, hey, we ended last season good, got Jameson Williams coming in, man, this team, this roster, DeAndre Swift, we really like what we have. Can we make a run at a wild card spot in the NFC? And my guess is they don't think Goff is a long-term solution. What if we brought in Baker Mayfield? We're not going to be awful. We got Hutchinson on defense. We've improved the lines. I think Baker Mayfield could have something in Detroit. Now, I don't know that they're going to pay the $19 million for him, but keep an eye on Baker and the Detroit Lions.
Okay, I got to go back to NBA.
Yes, we can do that.
Okay. We did the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yes.
Tomorrow's headline today on the Western Conference Finals, Warriors and the Mavericks.
Luka Doncic talking his talk. Steph Curry delivering. The headline will be, Hail Curry! Warriors prayers answered. Yeah. I think Golden State prevails in the series. I like the Mavericks a lot. I do want to tell you, I had another incident with Kevin Durant this week.
You did?
Yeah, he's on Instagram and he's very active.
Yeah.
And I tag him in some stuff that I talk about on my podcast. He instantly replies, hey, what's the narrative if the Warriors don't win? Essentially insinuating, well, what have they done since I left? And everybody's saying, hey, Warriors won before Durant got there. They won with him.
Good
if
question.
They win without Kevin Durant, it's kind of a knock on Durant. And KD is shooting back and saying, well, wait, what if they don't win?
That's
what have they done since?
And good question.
I said, KD, that's not actually bad. And then, of course, I said, come on my podcast. He said, no, thank you, which is understandable because he's Kevin Durant. That being said, Colin, in this series, Klay Thompson, inconsistent, right? Coming off the injury.
No question.
Jordan Poole runs hot and cold,
yes.
Right? Who is Mr. Consistency? Right here. Steph Curry led the game in points, led everybody in rebounds. He delivers. I remain just disturbed by the amount of people who bash Curry's postseason. He is the 12th leading scorer points per game in NBA playoff history. Above Kobe, above Olajuwon, above the mailman. Like, Curry delivers all the time.
Yes.
Stop the narratives. Warriors advance to the finals.
Okay, let me go back to the NFL. Now,
Yes.
you're a Philly jersey guy.
No,
Eagles. Tomorrow's headlines today. Eagles, very interesting offseason loaded up on that roster.
Let's clear this up. I'm a New York guy. I did live in Philly for a minute. They don't like me there, Colin, because of the Sixers stuff. But the headline will be, winning never hurts, so good. How about this, Colin? A bet for you right now. Philadelphia Eagles to win the NFC. go to the Super Bowl.
What
I'll lay it out
are
for
the
you.
odds?
Well, I think they're plus 2,700 right now to win the Super Bowl, but it's less to win the NFC. The Eagles right now, Colin, easiest schedule by multiple metrics in the league.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
They have a quarterback who we know he's had some issues
but
reading
he's productive.
defenses. He's productive. But guess what? When he's not productive, they had 5 games where they rushed for 200-plus yards. This team can beat you in multiple ways. And I went on Speak for Yourself last week, and I said, they were hyping up Jalen Hurts. And I'm like, listen, there were jokes in Tampa. Jalen Hurts could not read a breakfast menu in that playoff game last year.
Right.
I mean, he got destroyed. He got embarrassed in the pocket. He now has A.J. Brown. You add a superstar receiver who's a top 7-8 receiver in the league. Their defense is nasty. They just got Bradbury, who was the number 1 corner on the Giants in the division, familiarity. And, big play Slay on the other side. Their fronts are really good. Colin, this is a good Eagles team. And I'll ask you, other than Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers lost Adams, what are the really good teams?
Matt Stafford.
In the NFC. Well, they're taking a big step back, by the way.
Oh, come on. Slow down. LA teams only win.
They're going to be down 6 starters. They lost their left tackle, Whitworth. Colin, they lost a lot of guys. Super Bowl hangover is real. We don't know if Odell's coming back.
Boy.
I like the Rams. They're a playoff team.
All right.
But the NFC's wide open. Eagles, keep an eye on.
Okay, I only have time for one more.
Okay.
Do you want to do the Chargers or the NBA one?
I'll let you pick. Dealer's choice.
Okay, I'm interested.
Okay.
Let's go to the NBA.
All right.
Tomorrow's headlines today. So Orlando got the number 1 pick. You love college basketball.
I do like college. I'm the guy who likes college basketball. I did a mock draft for Fox Sports this week.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, but imagine that. It's a big clicker on Fox Sports. People love a mock draft.
Okay.
All right, give it to me. The headline will be number 1 overall pick. Don't bet Chet. Jabari Smith casts spell on Magic.
People like him.
I'm telling you right now, I wrote about how Jabari Smith's going to be the number 1 pick. You never want to say anything's a lock, but right now there's some rumors about Paolo Banchero from Duke that are swirling. Not great. He's an awesome player. I'll tell you about him offline. But Chet Holmgren is the guy everybody thought would be the pick. It's not going to be him. It's going to be Jabari Smith. He is now the betting favorite in the last 72 hours. Yeah. He's moved to be number 1. Listen, you don't find a lot of 6'10 guys who can splash threes the way he can. 42% on threes.
Yeah. He's
essentially Chris Bosh, but way more ready for the NBA. Look at this. He's a freak.
Yeah.
Now, he did not have a lot of talent around him last year at Auburn. He was the guy, but his guards were all like, I got to get mine. This guy, and Orlando loves length. They want to draft the guys that are long and can shoot. I think he's a good fit in Orlando. Yeah. I think he's going to go number 1. I don't know that they're going to be any good next year. I'm curious about Chet Holmgren, Colin. I know he needs to get in the weight room, and you're a big weight room guy dating back to Durant.
Yeah.
I think Jabari Smith's a lock to go number 1.
Yeah, I think you could draft a lot of guys number 1. The kid I like, I don't think I'd draft him 1. I'd probably go with the Duke kid. The Jaden Ivey guy is very interesting.
He's nice.
He's got a little. I don't think he's as good as. Yeah. I don't think he's the floor general of John Morant. But even when we showed highlights earlier, he got a little Morant.
He's spicy. He needs the ball in his hands, though, to deliver. And that's why I like the kid from Arizona, Matherin, a little better than him. I know you don't know who that is.
You like college basketball like the 70s.
Well, March Madness is one of my best gambling months every year. Because NFL, you run hot and cold. NBA playoffs, I was at 61% betting every night for Fox.
Oh, I stunk this year.
And then in the last week, I've hit a rough patch. It's tough.
Did you see the number? Golden State -6. That is disrespectful to Dallas.
If you want to take, here's a great betting nugget.
Okay.
Dallas this year lost 10 games by 20 or more points. Guess what their record is the game after that? 10-0, including twice against the Suns.
So take the Mavs tonight.
Mavs tonight if you want it. +6.5 faux show. Put it in your bank account. Maybe you can go to another European trip this summer, huh? Joy knows what we're talking about.
I'll buy jet skis for the crew.
If the Mavs hit money line tonight, you guys heard that. Jeez, wow,
See you,
Colin, giving mood.